Hello everyone. Once again, I welcome you all to Career in Pharma. And in today's expert talk show, we have Kriti Chauhan with us. She is having more than 5 years of clinical research operations experience. She started her journey with diploma of pharmacy. So basically she completed diploma in pharmacy and then she realized that diploma is not enough to get inside industry. Then she completed BSc in geology and then she undergone diploma in clinical research and pharmacovigilance, and that's how she was able to start her journey into clinical research operations as clinical research coordinator. So let's learn from her journey how she started, what all skill sets required, and how important it is to learn throughout your life to excel in your career. Yes, so let's begin with this interaction and please watch this video till the end to get maximum out of this interaction. So let's begin. Hello everyone. Once again, I welcome you all to Career in Pharma. So today we have Kriti Chauhan with us, and she is into clinical research operations for more than 5 years now. And without further ado, I will just hand over to Kriti, and she will be just starting with her introduction, and then will walk you through so many things inside clinical research operations. So yeah, let's begin, Kriti, and good evening, and thanks for coming here once again.
Good evening, Dr. Nima. As she has already introduced me, my name is Kriti, and I am there into the clinical field from last more than 5 years. It's almost been 6 years,
Mm-hmm.
and I have also started my career as a clinical research coordinator. Now I'm currently serving as a CRA in
Mm-hmm.
CDSA, and it's been a very nice journey.
So Kriti, just now you mentioned CDSCA. So just wanted to know what is CDSCA for me also for my others also. Yeah.
CDSA is Clinical Development Service Agency. It's under
Mm-hmm.
THSTI. It's a government organization. It comes under the Department of Biotechnology.
Okay.
So most of
So
the projects there are funded from DBT.
okay. So whatever hiring they do, like for example, you are also there. So you are on a contractual role or it's a permanent role?
It's a contractual role. Most
Okay.
of the roles there are contractual roles. If you serve there more than 10 years or 15 years, or been there forever, then they can make you permanent. Some positions are core, but I think core are also into some contractual things. There are
Okay.
very few positions now in most of the government organizations. There are a very few positions which are permanent. Otherwise, most of them are contractual.
Okay. It means they keep increasing your contract depends on the projects, right?
They'll keep shifting you in one project or the another. When your project will end, they'll give up some other project and they'll shift you there.
So they have enough number of studies, projects coming to them, right? It means, I mean, they
Yeah,
just
most of
keep
them are
shifting.
government funded. They are not regulatory ones, but they're the ones which are funded by ICMR, WHO, DBT. So they become national policies and everything. They contribute to the society.
Okay, just now you mentioned they are not regulatory, they are government funded. You mentioned, right? And what is this difference? Not regulatory and government funded.
Regulatory ones which we do in our most of the CROs, they are phase three, phase two, phase one. So in our organizations, you may have heard about COVID vaccinations trials undergoing COVID-19. These are held by DBT, our labs, biorepositories, dengue projects, tuberculosis projects. For which
Hmm.
government will release a lot of vaccines and all. So whenever government require to conduct a trial, they conduct there. So this is the difference.
Oh, got it.
And the product that they launch will be very cheaper as
Hmm.
compared to the CROs because they charge a lot. They
Hmm.
spend a lot in the trials, so the medicines are
Hmm.
very costly.
So with this, Kriti, we want to know what basically is CRC. Like, I mean, most of the people they know, but basically what we want to know here is like step by step. If you can mention as a CRC what we do and how we do.
Okay. So CRC basically stands for the Clinical Research Coordinator. Coordinator means you are just coordinating the things at the site for the principal investigator and the sponsor end. For
Mm-hmm.
both the ends, you are the coordinating point, you are the point of contact for them. So starting from everything you do, the recruitment, the screenings, every each step, they'll require you.
Mm-hmm.
So mostly I'll tell few of them which are major ones. Otherwise, there are a lot of things which CRCs do. So it
Mm-hmm.
starts with, wherever the project initiates, you'll get a very high profile protocol training. You should be very trained on the protocols and all the CRFs and the softwares which you'll be using, in which you will, do the data entry. Then you
Mm-hmm.
should be aware of the informed consent processes. You should have a good knowledge of GCP. Otherwise, you will not be able to know the consenting process and all, in which you will use LAR, in which condition you will use the witness. You should be
Mm-hmm.
aware about that. Otherwise, one day PI or sponsor will ask how you have done this. So you should be knowing these things. Then apart from that, screening the patient, randomizing the patient, allocating the IPs to the patient. You should be taking care of the medicines, the drugs, their accountability, the investigator site files, entering the patient data, even collection of patient data, entering it into the softwares. Then the monitors will come. You have to cooperate with them in monitoring also. And
Mm-hmm.
audits are there. And if
Mm-hmm.
you are lucky, you will get the ethics committee work also. And apart from that, if you're not getting it, you have to submit all the important documents to the ethics committee, get them notified, share it with the CRAs, and
Mm-hmm.
essays, submitting essays. So these
Mm-hmm.
are the major ones which you will get. Otherwise, there are a lot of small things which are required in day-to-day activities.
Mm. So lot many things are there to do and to learn also, right? So
It's the
with this,
basis of your learning.
mm, so with this, Kriti, like as of now you are CRA. So see, first of all, we want to understand the difference between the CRC and CRA. Now, what we do in CRA roles and how we do that.
Okay. So, as I told you, CRC is a contact point between the sponsor and the PI at the site.
Mm.
So, from the sponsor and one person will also be there.
Yes, I want to interrupt you here, guys. PI is the principal investigator.
Principal is
Yeah, who are like physicians. They are just what to say, supervising the clinical trial. Basically, they are concerned with the well-being of the clinical trial participants. If any side effect is happening, they are responsible to manage and reporting and everything. So these are basically physicians. Yeah, go ahead, Kriti.
okay. And the CRA, the clinical research associate, will be from the sponsor's end. So
Mm.
I told one of the roles you have to perform as a CRC is to cooperate with the monitors in the monitoring. So there will be one person who will come at the site for the monitoring purpose.
Mm.
They are coming, whatever data you are collecting from the patients, whoever you are enrolling, they are also given a specific project. They are giving 3 4 projects. If there is one project you are handling, then they'll contact with you. They are responsible for the initiation of the site. You will get to meet them first at the site initiation visit. They'll
Mm.
come, they'll provide you all the training, and they'll help you out in sorting all the documents, softwares. They'll get introduce you to everything about the trial. Then they'll be in regular contact with you. Whenever
Mm.
you need help, you can easily call them and ask them ki I am stuck here, you just help me out in these things. Other than that, whenever you mostly in most CROs, I know that the monitoring is within 15 days of recruitment of your first participant. So whenever you recruit your participant, they'll be here for monitoring in within 15 days. And
Okay.
they will be checking your source.
Mm.
Obviously not the participant information. Apart from that, they'll be checking your source, your entries, the eligibility of your participant, that whether you have enrolled the correct participant or not. So these are the
Mm.
processes they will be checking. Then you are maintaining the investigator site files. They'll be coming and monitoring that also. The IP accountability, everything, your lab processes, your lab kits expiries, everything
Mm.
they'll be monitoring there. And in
Mm.
the case of serious adverse events, they'll be helping you out from the end of sponsor
Okay.
for reviewing all the reports and all. So
Mm.
These are the basic, and they'll help you in throughout the monitoring phase, in the closeout phases.
Hmm. Yeah, so as Kriti is telling, they are also called as monitors, CRA. So it's like monitoring, like a monitor in class, right?
Yeah.
Something like that, to monitor the site, to monitor what activities are going on at the site, and definitely everything happens with coordination with CRC. So in short, I would say CRC are closer to site and CRA monitor ones are close to, I mean, they are from sponsor end coming to
Yeah.
you, right?
Mm.
Yeah. So with this, Kriti, just wanted to understand, I mean, in a day, for both CRC and CRA, overall, what is the working hour, whatever it is, like 8 to 9 hours of working hour, that is standard working hours. What kind of work it is, like more of documentation, computer job, desk job, sitting, or what it is like? Little bit I want to understand. Like how much use of software is there, computers and all.
So if you're there at the site, the work is a mix up of all the things, and if you're at the other end, it's completely different one. So if you're at the site, you should be working on the laptop for at least 2 3 hours. Mostly
Mm,
you are in the OPDs, searching for the patients, screening them, or having their bills and all in the labs. So
mm,
mostly your half of the time, 5 to 6 hours of your day will be in the OPDs, in the PI chambers, or in somewhere around the patients, because you have to
mm,
be there with them throughout their daily visits.
mm,
And if you are handling 3 4 projects, then you will not be having enough time to be on the monitor. Then after that, there will be a lot of documentation, because you have to maintain the patient files, the source notes, the
mm,
investigator site files, and after that you have to do the data entry also. So it's a mix up of different kinds of softwares, documentation, and everything. But mostly I can tell you are at the site because you have to spend most of the time in the OPDs. And in the monitors, I can say we are mostly on the laptops. We work
mm.
on monitors only. We are in the front of screen, so be ready
Mm.
to lose your eyes for it. And one thing I love about the CRC thing, that if you're gone after 9 hours, you can get a very nice sleep. But if you are a CRA, you cannot sleep. You will be getting calls and you will be working till 12 in the night. So it's there. And you'll be working on weekends also. So
Mm,
it's that kind of thing, because most of your work is electronic. You have to
mm,
monitor remotely, or visiting the sites also. If you're visiting the site, then you will be on the site also. But
mm.
there also you have to open your laptop and do the monitoring. So nothing changes there. Most the work is electronically.
Yes, yeah. So because everything has pros and cons, no. If it can be done easily electronically, yeah. So be ready to do work on weekends also. Mm. And
Hmm.
guys, don't be scared of losing your eyes thing, which is Kriti told. We have many things, screen saver, many things are there which you can do for your eyes. And like nowadays, everywhere work is electronically, right? I mean, that is the basic thing needed. It's a requirement of this age, computer age. Okay, so with this, Kriti, just want to understand because this is the common query we get from people. They want to understand how is the growth, because before they want to start career in this, they want to understand the growth in the terms of, I would ask you, maybe, yeah, definitely promotions and salary wise, all overall exposure, how it is, overall growth.
So when I started as a CRC.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, the salary used to be very low.
Mm-hmm.
Today, things have changed after 5 years. Today, the minimum salary is between, I think, 23 to 25. No one will give you less than that. But I have learned that in today's generation, they don't want to, spend an year only. They just want to climb up the ladder so fast that they don't want to get that experience. And I've experienced this with my few of my colleagues, that what they have done, they have switched over in one year, and they've got a
Mm-hmm.
good salary hike. But after a certain point, you have to spend in that position for 5 years, because you have to get that experience.
Mm.
And after a lot of time, they have realized that we have earned the money, but we have not gained the experience. We don't know the basic little things that we need to know
True.
about research. So it's better that we spend a little more time on the sites. The more you spend time on the site, if you give good 2 to 3 years on the site, then you will never, regret that later in your life. So I think, if you're lucky enough, you get a job as a CRA in the beginning. It's very nice. But if you're not getting it, you should enter it as a CRC, work there for at least 2 3 years. Then you should switch as a
Mm.
CRA. Then CRAs, there are a lot of positions: CRA one, CRA two, senior CRA one, senior CRA two. So there are different levels of promotions. The more, the better you work, you'll get promoted. The one which is ready to learn skills, they should not be afraid of anything. They'll get promoted very easily. Promotions are there, and career growth is really very nice in this field.
Hmm. Very good thing you mentioned actually. I mean, in today's generation, patience is very less actually. They want to move the ladder very fast, and also they don't want to start, if anywhere they are getting opportunity, but they always, their main priority is salary. What I feel, I mean, definitely that is important also, but when you don't have responsibilities, you are not married, you are young, like, you can
Hmm.
start with less also. I mean, it's just a start that you have to get. After that, once you get the experience, then definitely your salary going to increase. Everything will fall in place. But the first step is very important. Yeah, that people not taking. So
Most
yeah.
of the people are stuck.
Mm.
There are a lot of positions remote also, that are central
Mm.
monitoring. Then there are on site, that is CRAs. Then there are startup specialists, there are TMF persons. So there are a lot of positions, but people, what they do, they'll go to one company, then 1 year they'll go to another company, then 1 year they'll go to another company, and then after that they realize, oh shit, we have got the package, but what will we do now?
Correct.
To get promoted, you need 3 more years, and then they'll stuck there, because no other company will be giving you promotion without that experience. So it's
Mm.
better you get that experience,
Mm.
because it will help you till, till you work.
True, true. Yeah, very great piece of advice you gave. So, guys, just have little patience because in the initial years of your job, be it any field, it's not just clinical research, anywhere, to learn the field, to understand the skill, everything, you need to give at least 1 year, and definitely it should be minimum 2 years in any single organization. See, unless and until there is a lot of exploitation, that is different part. But otherwise, you should be serving at least 2 years, minimum 2 years in your starting company, where you can learn all the things. Yeah. So with this, Kriti, we want to understand that you were CRC earlier, now CRA. So now, what is the difference now in the way? I would say, yeah, definitely in the way of working, and now you have more than 5 years of experience. So now, how is the work for you now? It's definitely because you have so many years of experience now. So now it must be a little bit settled, right? Like you started at CRC as compared to then and now.
So that, yeah, obviously it's a
Mm.
little less, but the work is more technical now.
Mm.
Responsibilities are more now, because earlier, at the site, you are I can tell you, now you can go to home and sleep. You'll get a
Mm.
peaceful sleep, because you know that if you make a little bit of blunder also, there is someone in the backup who's going to help you.
Mm.
Either your principal investigator, either your CRA, or the sponsor. Even the sponsor, they'll be helping you out. But as you grow upwards, your responsibilities are going to increase. That is for sure. You will be, liable for so many things, and you will be answerable for them.
Mm. Mm.
you know you can say that, oh, mera source note galat ho gaya, I'll just correct it, don't worry, I'll just initial and sign and date. But when you make a wrong report, or you put some mistakes in that, you are answerable for it. So these are the things. And you spend a lot of time on, on laptops. That is one thing I have learned. And
Mm.
things that, after experience, you learn that you have to be very particular about things. One thing I practice in my daily life, is that whatever I monitor, whatever I see, whatever data I go through, it's very important that you don't go over the quantity. Just go over the quality. Go very slowly. You should, the others person on the other side should be so confident that if the paper has gone through her, it will be
Mm.
having no mistakes. Otherwise, 99.9% it will be mistakes free. So you should be that confident that I have also done the work to that perfection. So that I try the most. That is why I'm not in blunder. Touch wood, I'm not in blunder. But these are the things I've learned, that people try to do everything. How I want
Mm.
to, because there's a competition. Obviously, there's a lot of competition there. So you want to stand up in the race. Ki mujhe, I want to do this also. I want to do this also. But I think you should settle on one thing. If you have learned
Mm.
it completely, then go into other one. That I also want
Mm.
to learn this, I also want to learn this. But you should not put your foot on 100 things and then you are blundering at everything. So
Mm.
these are the things I've learned over time.
True,
And
true. And in all this, doing all this thing takes your patience. So guys, again, please be patient. Everything happens on, right time. Everyone has their own time. Okay, so just don't compare and be patient. And like Kriti mentioned, just go with the quality, not quantity. कि भाई मैं इतने सारे studies में हूँ. So just be at one place, focus there, and learn. That's how it
and
works.
one more thing I want to add, that in both the roles, I have seen in most of my colleagues, my workplaces, that whenever people start giving interviews for
Hmm.
any other company, they start reading the GCP.
Hmm.
But why not reading the GCP over the year? If you're working at the site or you're working on the other side, you should know that you should at least have a basic idea about what is there in the GCP.
Hmm.
You should not be mugging up there. I know there are technical definitions which we'll not remember daily, but you should be aware of the things which are there. If we ask you how many type of review are there for the EC, if
Hmm.
we are giving them a letter, you just give them. So they'll ask, मैम इसे notify करवाएं या इसको submit करवाएं. So if you're saying you are GCP trained, at least you should have a little more,
Hmm.
concerned about things. People are there, oh, we are giving an interview, we should learn GCP and NDCT. It is going to come definitely. But I think you should practice it in your daily lives. It will be, helpful, and it will be in your brain forever.
Correct.
And
True.
you'll not need to mug up.
Correct. 100%. If you're practicing it daily, then definitely for interview you need not to, mug up or just read, because that is in your practice and that is very much required for clinical trials. GCP is very important. It's like a Bible which you have to refer on a daily basis. So yeah, true. Okay, but then people just go through during interview only. Oh yeah, everyone want things in shortcut. They don't want to go to entire GCP. They will see,
That is
okay.
why 70% of the people today who are applying for the jobs are not getting shortlisted.
True.
Even most of my colleagues are applying in Icon and they are not getting shortlisted. And I applied once and I got shortlisted. That is
Mm,
why. Because
true.
the thing, and one more thing is, I have seen in the current scenario is that most of the CROs are getting minimum 2 years of experience as a CRA if you
Mm,
want to switch. And
true.
people are, oh, I got 1 year of experience, I should apply. And
Mm.
you are not understanding the concept that it is minimum 2 years. Maximum maximum can be, so many years, but you are just
No.
going on the bare minimum. If they get a person better than you, and
Mm,
they blame the company that they're not taking the people. They are not taking us. I don't know what they want. If you are I've it's getting very lengthy, but I can tell one more thing, that
mm,
there are different kinds of backgrounds of people. One is from a master's in life sciences, others from biotech, others from pharmacy. So if I've heard one incident that one person was from pharmacy and he gave an interview for a
mm,
CRA.
mm,
So they asked, oh, you are a pharmacy background person. So he said, yes. Okay. On what drug you're working on? He said cardiology. Okay. So can you tell me what is an AV node? AV node
mm,
is very easy. You can easily tell it's a just a part of the heart. And he said, I don't have an idea. So he said that how can I understand that you are handling 5 cardiology trials and you don't know the basics of a heart?
Correct.
How can I believe that you know the mechanism of action of each and every drug? That is what they cannot ask, but how can you know? So
Correct.
they rejected, and he was blamed. Oh, he or she was blaming that company is not taking them, but it's fair enough. It's fair enough. I found the questions very fair. That if you're coming from different backgrounds, you should be getting a little bit of knowledge also. You should
100%.
be
It's
clear
like,
in your basics.
yeah, like you mentioned, no, the person is already working on cardiology drugs, so definitely that person should be knowing AV nodes. I mean, it's not, you can't say I don't know. If you are
And they
working
say, "Oh, we have learned GCP, but they have asked AV load." How can I
on.
expect?
uh, so guys, yes, this is very good point actually. It's not that just GCP. I mean, there are many other things you have to come prepare. I mean, you have to go prepare whenever you are going for interview. From your basic background, whatever it is, pharmacy, medical, biotechnology, whatever it is, that you should be knowing for sure. And on top of that, ICA, GCP, and all those stuff is required. So prepare accordingly. Now, next question is Kriti, like because this clinical research coordinators are like coordinating for any specific clinical trials, and clinical trial always run for some time period. It's not like lifelong, right? So I just want to understand these clinical research coordinator positions are contractual or permanent. I want to understand this whole structure.
So basically, they are kind of permanent in
Mm-hmm.
most of the organizations. If most of the hospitals are giving the vacancies for them, so they
Mm-hmm.
are permanent, whether the
Okay.
projects will come or not. So if there are three, you'll be getting 3 projects. If there are 5, they'll bifurcate them in 2 of the coordinators. But the projects will keep on coming and going. They'll be in different kind of phases. For some will be in initiation, some will be in monitoring phase, other will be in pipeline. So you will be
Mm-hmm.
working from them. You'll be one day you'll be filling the feasibility, other day you'll be monitoring the data. So monitoring the work, other than you one day you'll be closing out. That is why you get all the mix up of all the experiences. So
Mm-hmm.
they are basically permanent, and you get a appraisal every year
Okay.
if you
It's a
stay there.
permanent, yeah, permanent
It's a
job.
permanent kind of thing, and government organizations do not give any CRC
Mm.
positions.
Mm. Okay. So in government organization, it's CRA position.
CRAs, field monitors, there are different kind of positions.
Okay. Okay. So with this, Kriti, see, apart from qualification, I will not ask you because nowadays, nothing is like, only this qualification is eligible. I mean, it's so much of now we can see variety in every field, right? So with this, I would not say qualification wise, but yeah, what skill sets are required for to perform task as a CRC? Like before coming to CRC role, what skill sets required?
For skills, it's surely communication. First, you
Mm,
have to work on your communication, because if you're working in a private sector, most of the patients will be from foreign country. Basically, most hospitals work internationally. They have got very foreign patients, and English is a very common language. So you should be very proficient in that, because you have to write it also. You have to draft letters. You have
mm,
to enter everything. You have to write the source notes. You should be good in language. Other than that, you should have at least a basic. I'm telling just basic, but you should have a good knowledge of
mm,
Word, at least Word,
mm,
Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint presentations, because you will be working for that on daily to daily basis. Then
mm,
a little bit knowledge about the computers, the
mm,
softwares, the
mm,
softwares things. You should be knowing that. Protocols, you
mm,
should be at least mugging up the protocol, or if you're not able to mug up, you should be that much organized that you're handling. If you are given 4 projects, then you should be segregating them likewise, that you should be that much organized that, oh, this is the eligibility for this one, I'm going to screen this one, because work is going to pile up. If you're not that organized, work is going to pile up, like it's going to go
mm,
like 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, and after 6 weeks you are getting it. I have done all the work pending, and now how I'm going to sort it out? So
mm,
organization is must for this job at least. Then convincing powers, that is very
Okay.
important, because you are dealing with patients, you have to convince them to be a part of your trial.
Mm,
And you should be a little bit of emotional connect should be there with the participants, because blood tests are there in
mm,
most regulatory trials. There are a lot of blood tests,
mm,
endoscopy, x-rays, there are a lot of CT scans.
mm,
So you should be there with the patient, that I am there with you. You don't
mm,
worry. You should be willing to spend time with them. Not like that. I've they're sitting in the OPD and you're sipping up tea in the canteen. So
mm.
this is not. They'll refuse the.
Emotional connect is required with patient. Yeah. Mm,
Okay, and convincing power is also very important, because what happens mostly, that PI or they will consent. They will give a brief about the consent and then say you'll do the paperwork, because apart from consenting there is a lot of paperwork. And what happens in with most CRCs, in the of doctor's chamber, the patient says yes, I'm going to get enrolled in the study, and just after behind the door they say we are not going to do it. So it's a
convincing.
lot of convincing parts. Other than that, I feel knowledge of GCP is a
Mm,
must for CRC.
mm-hmm.
And writing skills, it's
Okay.
important. It's very important, because when you're maintaining patient files, it will be really required.
Mm,
And if you're handling 3 to 4, basically in a trial there will be 4 to 5 softwares which will be given to you, so you
mm-hmm.
should be managing all. So the hand-on training on that also is
Mm.
required.
So guys, yeah, I will just sum up this. First of all, communication. I would just add this to this communication, proactive communication, because many times we just assume the things and there is a hesitation, right? So just proactively communicate. Writing skills, IT skills like Word, document, Excel, and emotional connect with patient and convincing power. Very important. Because see, if patient is ready, then only clinical trial can start. Otherwise, no clinical trial.
And one more thing I remember, that is confidence. You should have a little bit of confidence, because sometimes you have to convince the principal investigator also in lot
Hmm.
of things, because they're not going to sign your papers. Because obviously you are a CRC, you are going to get that much bunch of papers to get signed from different kind of people. So you should be ready, you should be confident, and you should be very connective in different departments also, because you're going to deal with a lot of people there,
Hmm.
one from the lab, another from, and no one is there for you. You have to be very tactful in communication, that oh sir aap कर दीजिए सर मैं आपके लिए कर you should be very tactful in that. Otherwise, for a private organization, no one is interested in spending a minute for you.
Hmm. True.
So
True.
this is
Yes,
also
guys. So yeah, you should be, actively communicating and with confidence, like Kruti mentioned, many papers you have to get signed from PI. So definitely that confidence should be there, and networking with entire staff, everything. So you have to work in team actually. So accordingly, you have to communicate also. So with this, Kriti, just wanted to know. I mean, just can you put some light on Sugam portal, because like Sugam portal is something which every people should know who wish to enter in clinical trials. What is this portal? How it helps in clinical trial, and how much of use of this portal inside clinical research?
So Sugam portal is basically for submission of serious adverse events. Earlier,
Hmm.
it used to be paperwork. It was a really a hustle bustle when it used to be a paperwork. Whenever we wanted to submit reports for the serious adverse events, we used to go to DCGI's office, and sometimes it was tough also, because you get they got 500 files daily. So there was a chance that if they misplace it and you lost the track of that SAE, because you have got the notification, but if they lost the file, then what happens? And most of the cases it has done, so they have tried to put it electronically, and it's
Okay.
it's good. It's very nice. I think it started from 2021, March 2021. So they have started the Sugam portal there, and it's very easy and user friendly. It's really user friendly. both of the sponsor and the PIs will be getting an access.
Mm.
And just like you create a profile for yourself,
Mm.
the PI also will get an access. It's really easy, like a net banking. You just have to create a username, password, then you'll have to enter all the details that of the principal investigator,
Mm.
that what is his qualifications, what are his publications, his achievements, everything. Then it will be approved by the sponsor. And whenever the time, I hope never comes, but whenever there is a serious adverse event, you have to enter the details. Earlier it used to be Annexure 11.
Mm.
Most of the people know it has been turned into Table 5. So it's very easy. You just get the approval letter. Approval letters should be in handy whenever you are submitting the serious adverse events. Just enter the DCGI number, DCGI
Mm.
approval number, put your site name, and enter the download the Excel sheet, put your details and upload it. Nothing else. It's really easy. And for the 14 days report, the same process. You just have to upload the sheet. You'll get an Excel sheet, you will get the time, just have to enter the details very, very carefully, because it's going to the DCGI. If there is a single mistake, you will be getting a hell lot of complaints on that. I've
Mm.
got three, so I know. But not for serious adverse events. It was another case. But I've got that if you are doing that, is what I told, that you should get it on the quality. That if
Mm.
you are doing things, and obviously it's a patient details. Patient is having a serious adverse event. Your site has to pay 5 lakh more if you are getting anything wrong in it, and the
Correct.
PI is also answerable to it. So you should be
Mm.
very, very tactful in that.
Mm. So guys, this is about Sugam, and you have to be very careful while entering the details, everything, because many back action may come from Sugam,
It's
DCGI.
same like your Aadhaar card. You enter a wrong
Mm.
letter and you'll get a wrong Aadhaar card. So it's
Correct.
basically like that. You have to enter the correct details and you'll be clear. Otherwise, you'll be getting a query from them.
Mm. Yes. So with this, Kriti, I want to know, are there any government job also for clinical research coordinator? Like you mentioned, in government, they don't take CRC, they are CRA or field monitors. For CRC, at a fresher level, are there any government job or
I
contractual government?
think there are contractual jobs there. I feel in ICMR, Indian
Hmm.
Council of Medical Research, NIMR, National Institute of Malaria Research,
Okay.
and the THSTI where I work. Two,
Hmm.
three organizations are there which are very popular for the government,
Hmm.
government jobs. But mostly I've seen there are CRAs. And if you're, because CRC is not there, because they, in most of the job descriptions, you will be getting 3 to 4 years of experience or 2 years of experience. For CRAs also, they have minimum 3 years of experience as a CRC, then you can enter as a CRA.
Hmm.
So with time, the qualifications and the experience are increasing.
Hmm.
So
True.
that's what I told, that you have to spend the time and you have
Yes.
to learn things, because competition is there. When we were there, we started, there were very less number of people in the industry, and there were a lot of jobs. But today
Hmm.
everyone is into clinical research, so it's a lot of competition. So you have
So
to be
day by day
prepared.
competition increasing. Like for every field, day by day competition is increasing. No, more people are coming. So yeah,
You should be different in them.
correct. Now every year, no addition of more graduates, addition of
I've seen BA people are also eligible now.
huh.
Yeah, BA is
Oh,
also eligible. In Icon, I've seen that BA or BSc are available. So
yeah.
you can
Kriti, even
understand how many number of people
hmm,
are coming, but mostly they are preferring MSCs,
hmm, okay.
PGDCRs, pharmacy background people,
Hmm.
mostly.
See, ultimately, I mean, as far as my experience till date, what I understand, I mean, in total, few things, irrespective of whatever is your qualification. So it is not always that qualification
Uh-huh.
will do
Obviously,
the
that's
thing.
not there.
Like I have seen many people with very, you would say like not I mean, not very well qualified, but still because of their communication skill, because of their networking things, and because of definitely IT skills and many other skills required, they are on top now. So it's not just qualification which help you.
And one more thing I would like to add, that people should be aware that if I'm from a biotech background, you should make most of it. You should
Correct.
you should check that which job is requiring a biotechnology background. You should apply in that, and you can get up very easily.
Hmm.
That people
Instead
don't
of
know.
applying, yeah, correct. Instead
Huh,
of
instead of
applying to that
that,
area
people are
where,
not, thinking that
hmm,
no, mostly are MSCs, but if you're coming from a different background, then you should be proud that, oh, I am from a different one and I can be on the top because मेरा वाला मेरे वाला profile कम है. So
correct.
people need more of that. So you
Hmm.
should be you should hit on the right target.
Correct. And there you will have, definitely you will have an edge over others.
Others.
Yeah. So you have to use that point. That is very important. Yeah, very important point you mentioned also, Priti. So with this, last but not the least, definitely there are many things we can discuss inside this. But yeah, considering time and everything, the last question is, Kriti, if anyone want to start as a CRC for newbies, what tips you will give? I will not say exactly tips. If you can just break down the steps for newbies, like let's say I'm a newbie and I have to start from tomorrow. So how I can start?
So mostly I've seen people who have done diplomas in clinical research or MSc in clinical research from certain universities,
Mm-hmm.
because it's a mandate. Some people are from different backgrounds. I don't know, but mostly I have seen, so from wherever, whichever university, they provide internship.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, people who are not doing that and just want to enter, there are a lot of institutes who provide, advertisements for internship also. They
Mm-hmm.
coordinate with you. So you
Mm-hmm.
can go there, you can intern there for 2 to 3 months, and if you're good, they just give you a job within few months, at least in a 1 month also. I've seen people getting job in a month even.
Mm-hmm.
So you can try there. Most of the hospitals are there, top notch hospitals are there. Apollo is there, Fortis is there, Max is there,
Mm-hmm.
and RML, BLK. A lot of hospitals are there. AIMS is there, the head of all. So
Mm-hmm.
their CRCs are getting very good salary.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from them, it's a government organization, it's a government hospital, but it's getting, CRCs are getting more than 40,000 there.
Mm-hmm.
So you can apply there, and hopefully they'll get they'll get the job.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, after gaining a lot of experience, they can move on.
Mm-hmm. So guys, yes, you can look for hospitals like Kriti mentioned, or basically these are corporate hospitals or Apollo, Fortis, and AIMS also, RML also, and definitely like in between also Kriti mentioned ICA, GCP, and also what is your core background, whatever it is, biotech, pharmacy, whatever it is, please be prepared with your core background area also, because that will also one of the common question in interview. Yes. Anything else, Kriti, you would like to add to this?
No, no. I just want to say all the best to the newbies. I hope
Mhm.
you'll be, flourishing in your careers, and all the best.
Thank you for this. Thank you, and have patience. So everything comes on right time. So everyone has different time. Don't ever compare. You should be just trying, and definitely, whenever
You should never
everything
judge your life through others. You
correct.
know, there's a
Yes.
lot of buzz right now that whatever you see on social media is correct. You see the someone else, and you say he's so happy and I'm so sad. I Everyone has got problems. Every single person on this earth has problems. So never see your career growth through others.
Hmm.
Someday or the other, you say that, oh my god, he's getting 70 at this point. We started at the same year and he's getting 70 after 3 years. What will happen to me? And you're working at 30.
Hmm.
No one knows that after 3 years you will be his boss at one.
Hmm.
So what? And he's still at 70. So what you will say? Oh God, I am thankful to God that I spent that time there. So we should never. Most of my colleagues are right now managers, and I'm working as a CRA. But I am in my own advantages, and they are having their own pros and cons.
And always don't go with the designation name like, oh, manager, oh, just CRA. See, main the main technical you learn. Technical means, see, in the manager position, mostly is the management work actually. It's people management, time and all this, I mean, work and all those things. But when you are at a technical level, you learn many things which add a lot of value for you for promotion, higher salary, and many other advantages will be there. So never go with just that word, no designation.
And learning.
Yes,
Always learn. Whatever position is there. Whatever wherever you are working, you should always learn something.
yeah, 200%. And you should be open to learn new things always. That only will help you in growth wherever you are. So just open to learn new things always. I would say just be like a child everywhere, wherever you are. Show your curiosity and open to learn new things. Yeah. So thank you, Kriti. Thank you for this valuable insights, and I hope the audience will get clarity over CRC lifers, because we were getting many comments on this, that what exactly CRC, how it works, growth, and all those stuff we were getting. So I just got this idea, just have another interaction with you. So once again, thank you, Kriti, for coming here and giving your valuable time, taking time off from your busy schedule. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay.
And have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Thank you guys for watching this video till the end, and I hope you enjoyed this interaction. I hope you learned what exactly is CRC, how the life inside this clinical research coordinator profile. Now I have learned many things from this interaction. Just want to share with you that for clinical research coordinator profile, your communication should be good. You should be proactively communicating. You should be having a good convincing skills. You should be having a good confidence inside you, and you should be well versed with few IT skills, just as Microsoft Word, document, Excel, PowerPoint, and last but not the least, zeal to learn new things always. So this is my takeaway from this interaction, and I hope you also had some takeaway. So please comment below in the comment section what you learned from this interaction, and also please comment any topic, anything you want us to make video on. We will be making video on the topic for sure. So with this, I want to conclude this, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you really like the content. Please share it with your colleagues who are looking for these kind of information. So we'll be coming soon with some fresh next video. Till the time I come again, till that time, please stay safe, aware, healthy, updated, and keep exploring new things. Thank you.